So let's go over DataSets right now as of future. If you go to the left on your Julia Hub homepage, you see the datasets button here. And if you click on that, you go to the dataset. My user doesn't have any dataset, but if I toggle the display public datasets, I can see a bunch of other users' datasets. So for example, I have this dataset here from the user Simon Shake Chu, and he has the dataset called test public, and then I can toggle this and I can take a look at the dataset. There's only one version, and I can also view the data if the data is viewable. So let's see if this one, yeah, there it goes. So here's a dataset. We have these columns and those values, and this is the version 1. So let's see if we can find a dataset that has more versioning than 1. So let's try this one. Oh yes, this has a bunch of versions. So this has version 1, version 2, version 3, version 4, and so on. And I can check the metadata of those things. And also there is some text and description. So this is an example of multiple versions of a single data set. So how do we create data sets? So let's create one. First, you can do it in 2 ways. I'm going to show you how to do it in the Datasets tab, but also we can do it inside a Pumas app. So to add a dataset, in here, you just click on the Add Dataset. We give a name. So this dataset is going to be our IV single dose because it's an IV and single dose data. So this is an IV single dose theta. And then I can create a bunch of tags. So let's do PK. Let's also create IV. And let's also create single dose. There we have those 3 tags. Right now it's going to be private. So how visibility works in dataset is that private only means that the user who upload has access. So private only means that José.Staropoli, this user here on the top, this is the only user who has access. If I create this as public, everyone in my Julia Hub deployment will have access. So if I'm using for a client.juliahub.com, it means that all users inside that deployment will have access to that data. Of course, I can choose licenses, but most data we are gonna leave custom and state that all rights are reserved, so nobody else can use the data without our previous consent. And finally, we choose a dataset. So I have a IV single dose CSV file here. So let's upload this data here. And there you go. We have it here. It's uploaded. I can download here as well. And I can also upload a new version. So let me just show you the data real quick. This is the version 1, as you can see here. And this is the data. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pause the video right now, and I'm going to edit this DV here. 223.09 of the first subject at 1/4 of the first hour. I'm going to edit this value, and then I'm going to upload again as a version 2. So just 1 second. Okay, so we are back to our dataset, and I added those fields. So let's upload a new version. So I just toggle my dataset here. This is my username. This is my dataset name. And then I go here, upload version, click on the browse button. Then I have my new edited file here. It's IV single dose 2.csv, and it already uploaded. And now we can see that we have a new version, and it's 2 minutes, has a different timestamps than the version 1. And of course, I can take a look at the data. So let's take a look at the version 2 here. So as you can see, I added those 2 fields here. Now they don't have decimal places. They only have like home numbers. So this is the preview. Now, how do I use these data then? So let's come here to our home. We have a Pumas app that I launched here. I click on connect and it should open this tab here. And here there is a small script. So first of all, I can take a look at all of my data sets from my Judah Hub tab. So if I click here on this Judah Hub to the left, I have 3 panes that are open: the Judah Hub, the jobs, and the data sets. So let's leave the data sets open. There's a bunch of data sets here. I don't know if I can find mine. So let's see, load more. Oh, yeah, it's here. See? José Staropoli IV single dose. So I can toggle those. And here I have the same description, same tags. Visibility is private license. So I have, oh, I lost it. Where is it? Let me load more again. 1 second. And yeah, there you go. It's here. And here I have 2 versions. So suppose that I want to use version 2. There's a button here called Use Dataset. I click on this button. It's going to toggle, paste this command into a Juliet fashion that has DataSets loaded. So let's copy this command. And it's now in my clipboard. So first step is to load the datasets package. So I do using datasets, and I run this. And let's paste the command. So this is the command. So let's comment this out here. So if I run this will give me the information from my, so I'm calling the dataset function with the user, my user, and my dataset, and then I'm saying version equals v2. So I'm going to save this as a variable called data. And then I run this. And now the second step is I call the open with the first argument as IO and the second argument my data. This would give me a location of the CSV file. And so it's version 2. Let's see. Yeah, version 2. And now if I call csv.read with that file that was created in a temporary location, with the data frame as second argument, I should have my data frame here. So let's wait. There you go. And as you can see, it's a version 2 because we have whole numbers in that measurement that I just added. Suppose I want to load version 1. So let's copy this row here. Let's rename this as data v1, and this is version 1. And let's run this. And of course, I will do the same with the file 1. This is file v1. And this is data v1. And now I have also going to do the same with the data frame v1, file v1. And now if I run this, I get the version 1, which has the decimals in that measurement row that I added. So that's how we use a dataset. And of course, from here as well, I can upload the dataset using those easily. So I can click here and I can choose which file I want to upload as a dataset. And if I follow this prompt, I should have the same dataset upload feature as we did in the home page. So, and one more thing, any dataset that I upload, so let's get back here into the datasets. I can click here. I can suppose that this data is ready to be published as a public dataset. So I can edit the metadata here in this edit button, and I can click here and make this public. And once I do update here, this data set that I just published it with all of the versioning, it's going to be public for all of the users in the same Julia Hub deployment that I am currently logged in. So that's it for the datasets. It's a very powerful tool for us to not only share data amongst our colleagues, but also to a very a robust um, and accountable versioning of data. I hope you enjoy. Thank you.